We live? Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome to BLUETTI Livestream. I'm your host, Ilya. Welcome to yet another episode, another live stream, guys. Today we're talking about actually a bunch of products, okay? Well, spring promotion is over, by the way, guys. Did you get anything? Let me know in the comments. So that will structure our conversation the following. First of all, I want it to be really a conversation. So I'm really we'll be doing my best to look at the comments. So guys, if you have any questions, it would be really cool if you can mark them with a question, right? So I can see them very clearly and reply them. And every once in a while, we're going to be doing a small Q&A session. Does that sound good enough? Hello to NotSlim1, ANS1293, greetings from West Tennessee. Hello to William Randall, La Ronda. I remember all of you guys. That's why we have to also invite new people. So please, right now, share this live stream with your friends. Okay, we have 2 hours ahead, so your friends have enough time to see your message, to respond, and to join this live stream. This is how we will switch the whole world to renewable energy sources, starting from your friends, my friends, right? Starting from going family by family. It's really a win-win game. We're doing good for ecology, for the environment, for the planet, for future generations, and also we're cutting our electricity bills. And we always have the way to stay powered even during power outages, even during blackouts and natural disasters, things like that. We have our own power station, power system at home. It doesn't rely on your circuit, doesn't rely on your grid power, it does not rely on pretty much anything other than maybe the sun. So we all have at least 2 to 4 solar hours, sunny hours a day. So let's use this time to recharge our modular solar generators so that we have to, so we can take better care of our families even in face of power outages and other disasters. So hello Nox Bennett, I also remember you guys right now. Please share this live stream with your friends. We go live from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific daylight time, and we have giveaways every 30 minutes. Okay, and we switched from 25 to 30. It's a small adjustment. 25 was just like way too often. You know, I couldn't finish my thoughts, and so 30 minutes, but we have great giveaways. So you guys can see right here what we have in terms of giveaways. Okay, so it will save me time. Actually, it's also a great improvement thanks to my team, thanks to Mia, and thanks to other guys. It's a great improvement. Here you can see what the giveaways are, because honestly, I want to be talking about BLUETTI portable power stations. I want to dedicate my time and your time, guys, to that. So hopefully we'll learn something helpful today. I'll guarantee you that, okay? I'm not here to do blah, 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 buy our power stations. I want you to decide for yourself what power station you want to choose, okay? We're talking about EB3A, our smallest power station. It only weighs net 10.14 pounds, extremely lightweight, okay? Yet powerful, with a great battery capacity for this size. We have a slightly bigger EB55 that I call the best travel body, right? Best travel companion. And we have AC300&B300, a modular solar generator. Okay, modular solar generator that you can choose how much capacity you need. You want to go with one battery? Perfect. It's 3,072 watt hours. You want to go with 4 batteries, well, it's 12,288 watt hours in this case. You decide, not us, not anybody else, you decide how much capacity you need, what power stations you need. I'm here, we are here to simply help you make a more effective choice. Okay, so that you understand what you're going to be using it for, and you get the best solution for your particular situation. That's why, guys, I will need the feedback from you. So you're gonna let me know what you're looking for, and if you have any questions, again, let me know in the comments. Use my SMRP today cleaning my rental property. It has no power, so I could vacuum. Okay, excuse me guys for the distraction. Right now our cameraman is going to communicate with those guys who are repairing something next to us. I'm sorry. Okay. However, code was not to depend on my utility company. Yeah, it's very great to hear that. As193. All right. Hello, Way from Science. Hello, Jeff. Okay, guys. Right now, please give this live stream a like, and again, share this live stream with your friends. And remember that to participate in our giveaways, you simply want to comment BLUETTI plus your own comment. Add something from yourself, because YouTube restricts users from typing the same word repetitively, because it regards it as spam. So add BLUETTI plus your own comment, get creative, okay? Once the countdown turns red, turns 0. And invite your friends right now, guys. It's crucial to grow our community. So what is the agenda for today? I put the so-called time lapse, well, not really a time lapse, but approximate time. What are we going to talk about today? So if you want to maybe come back later, or you want to invite your friend or your friends to a particular part of our podcast live stream, you can do that. So from now it's 7 p.m. right, Pacific Daylight Time. So now just doing a small icebreaker chat, right? Then at 7:10, I will introduce you guys to BLUETTI Power. Just a quick introduction about the company itself. Then we'll talk about EB3A, okay? And I can talk about EB3 for hours. We're gonna try to, be more eloquent and quicker in our introduction of EB3A, which we love a lot, and I hope you do too. EB55, ultimate travel body, and a dog emoji, very cute. And I also changed the format of the description a little bit, so let me know if you like it better, or maybe you like the previous format better. So now I put the link and discount code, if we have one, right under the power station, right under the agenda. So we have agenda, so you know what we have for a day, what time, and we have EB3A. For EB3A, we don't have a discount code. For EB55, we have a discount code that saves you $100. And discount code is there. You can see that right next to the link. Then we're going to talk about our portable solar panels, PV120, PV200. We also have discount codes for both. We're going to put them in sets, in bundles, EB3A and PV120, and EB3A and PV200. It's portable off-grid kits. EB3A and PV120 and EB3A and PV200 both have discount codes, okay? And I put discount codes right in the description, so you can copy them, okay? Now, we'll talk about EB55 and PV120, EB55 and PV200, okay? And also, those two sets have discount codes, okay? You'll see the discount codes there. What I want you to do is just copy them. Okay, double click, Command C, copy, click the link, and paste the discount code when processing, when checking out, excuse me. Okay, at the end, we'll talk about AC300 and B300. This is the ultimate way to cut your electricity bills. Now, for how much, I don't know, anywhere from 50% to 75+%. And at the end, we'll do a kind of warm Q&A session, okay, as always. Again, I'm gonna be doing my best to look at the comments. Also, guys, we're going live on Facebook too. So if your friends prefer Facebook, or you prefer Facebook, we are on Facebook too. I'm here. I see you guys here. We have 16 people on Facebook. Just a quick, greetings to Luis Gonzalez Jr., Blake Corley, David Tom, Jennifer Ludeman, and other guys on Facebook here. Very, very good to see you. Rebecca Gonzalez, Lorazo Suarez, Christian Arias. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Invite your friends, give us a like, and when you want to purchase something, remember to use those discount codes. Those discount codes are only valid during the live stream, so from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, they're only valid during the live stream. Okay, guys. Hello to Rambling Bob Reviews. Very good to have you here. I got my BLUETTI car this weekend. It is very nice, and I can't thank you guys enough. Still pretty excited about that. Very cool. Thank you for your kind words, ANS1293, and I'm really glad you liked it. Okay, I'm really glad you liked it. This is my job here, guys. This is my job to make sure you have the best experience. Okay. If I gave you the expression that I wanted to sell you something, it's probably because I wanted to. Okay, we want to make profit, of course, but what we really want is to have a community of happy clients, happy customers that will come back again, that will recommend us to their friends, okay? Because let's think about it, and let me know if you agree on that or not. Everybody needs power stations. Everybody needs portable power stations. Everybody needs them. We wanted to have the best experience. So that's why I always tell you, don't rush, take your time, maybe ask me a question, maybe ask somebody else a question, and let's choose the best portable power station or modular solar generator or both solar panel for you, for your family, for your community, okay? We have to work in tandem, guys. It's a tango, it's a ping pong. Okay, now it's 7:10, so greetings are over. Now let's go. Introduction of BLUETTI Power, a couple of words. I'm not going to be talking about the history of the company. We actually have a video about that. Just a couple of words. We have our own factory that makes our power stations. I did a tour to I made a tour to that factory. We made a video about how we make our power stations. Just a couple of words. So first of all, we make our power stations by ourselves. So we have our factory. Second of all, speaking about the battery chemistry, we only use lithium iron phosphate battery. The best batteries, the longest lifespan. Depending on the size, it's from 2,500 to 3,500 plus life cycles to 80% of the original capacity, right? And it's, when I'm saying to 80% of the original capacity, I mean till the battery drops to 80% of the original capacity, and it's 5,000 to 6,000 life cycles correspondingly before the battery drops to 50% of the original capacity. So I don't want to make it very complicated for you. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, I really want to break it down. So there are two types of batteries mainly: lithium ion and lithium iron. So lithium iron phosphate, excuse me, lithium ion has no advantages really. It has a short lifespan, 500 to 1,000 life cycles. The only advantage is being less lightweight, well, and less expensive too, but it also depends on how the company markets them, because the battery is the core part really of the product here, but everything is marketing these days, right? So you can actually pay more than the market price for a product with lithium ion battery just because a company marketed it well. So really you have to look at the battery, because there is no magic around here. So the battery is the most important thing. Lithium iron phosphate, 2,500 to 3,500 plus life cycles to 80%, and 5,000 to 6,000 life cycles to 50%. Lithium ion, 500 to 1,000 life cycles. Well, it's less heavy and it's less expensive. But you said, what do you want for yourself? I think you want something with a longer lifespan, something that you purchase and you don't have to worry about. Do you have to change it? You have to buy it again, or you have to throw it away in like even last like 4 years. So, for example, as we are starting from EB3A right here, EB3A is our smallest portable power station currently. It weighs in at 10.14 pounds only. So super lightweight, extremely lightweight, 10.14 pounds. Yet it has a great battery capacity for its size, and lithium iron phosphate batteries, okay? So the lifespan of this very unit you guys see right now is 7 years if recycled daily. Charge it to 100%, discharge it, do it every day for 6.8 years, 7 years. And most of you guys, most of us, will not be recycling it daily. Will we? No, not really. Now, I mean, maybe 5 days a week, maybe 4 days a week, maybe sometimes every day, but not every day for 7 years, right? It's hard to do something and then probably brushing our teeth every day for 7 years. So just to give you an understanding, it has a long lifespan, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. 7 years if recycled daily. And then the battery drops to 80% of the original capacity. Okay, so it's still, you can still be using that, just kind of maybe more annoying. I don't know, it's not that fresh as before, but still guys, 7 years, long time, okay? All right, now if you have any questions, again, mark them with a question so I can see them more clearly, and I'll be checking them on YouTube and on Facebook, okay? And stay here for the giveaways 15 minutes before our first giveaway, and the giveaways are here, right? Okay, now, so we know it's lithium iron phosphate battery. Okay, this is good. Don't have to worry about that. In fact, now all of our power stations are lithium iron phosphate batteries. The only lithium ion battery you had recently was AC300&B300, and we don't sell it anymore, okay? So only lithium iron phosphate batteries, we don't have to worry about it. Now, another important factor really, and it refers to any power stations, okay? Our power stations, third-party power stations, any other brands, is just like, you know, just like math. So, battery capacity. What is the battery capacity? And of course, the bigger the batteries, the more battery cells we can put there, and the higher battery capacity we will have. Make sense? Now, we will not have a great battery capacity here by default. We just cannot. I mean, it's small, right? So, but we will have a great battery capacity for this size. So for this size, for this, and you see how small it is? It's literally smaller than my MacBook Air, 13 inches, my MacBook Air, and 10.14 pounds only, right? And yet it has a battery capacity of 268.8 watt hours, 268 watt hours. So it's the battery capacity. Now, another thing, important thing, it refers to every power station on the market. Battery cells, battery chemistry, lithium iron phosphate, the best. Battery capacity, good for this size, 268 watt hours. 3, AC inverter. AC inverter, okay? What is the wattage? What is the maximum load of the AC inverter, okay? Because we're gonna be plugging devices in, they're gonna spike 100 watts, 200 watts, 500 watts. So what is the max here on EB3A? How do we know? Well, we don't want to do our own research. We just check the number stated here by the company, stated here by BLUETTI. It says 600 watts, okay? It says 600 watts. So 600 watts, what does that mean? You don't want to overthink. What it means is you don't want to plug devices that pull out more than 600 watts. That is it, okay? And let me tell you this, guys, it's a great inverter for this size and for this battery capacity, okay? So it's a good thing because we can plug power-hungry devices, but also we better be having multiple ways to recharge our EB3A. Okay, and we'll talk about it later. So, 600 watts, very powerful already. You agree on that? What have I told you? I know most of you know what I'm about to say, that the peak power that EB3A can withstand is 1,200 watts. Now, when you plug a device with a motor or an inverter, it takes a lot of power to start, okay? To start spinning the motor. So we'll have a spike, and surge power that is there to handle this spike is actually double of the maximum rated wattage, which is 600 by 2, 1200. 1200 watts is the surge power, the spike, the surge power. Now, you know that this surge power is only there for like up to 1 second, actually less than that. What if I told you that we can extend this time? And in fact, we have something called a power lifting mode here. So it's 1,200 watts. You can enable power lifting mode. Now, please don't get too excited because we don't recommend you use that very often. Only use it when needed. But when needed, you have 1,200 watts under powerlifting mode that you will enable through the app. We'll talk about the app, guys, very shortly. All right, now we have the battery capacity. It's great. We have the AC inverter, 600 watts and 1,200 watts. It's fantastic. We have the best battery cells. We have it very lightweight, 10.14 pounds, beautiful design with the carrying handle. You lay flat and don't even see, do you? Beautiful design. Now let's take a look at the outputs. So let's please zoom in on the outputs and let's take a look. What do we have in terms of outputs? Here, let's divide our attention. Let's divide our attention to this power outputs right here. Okay, so number one, guys, right here, you probably recognize that, right? What does that look like? Does that look like a power cigarette lighter port in your car? Yeah, it's this, but this is the output, okay? This is the output, 12 volt and 10 amp car power socket. Must have. We have those mini fridges we can run from here and whatnot, guys. It's just a must have, and we have it here, 12 volt and 10 amp car power socket. So for example, here I'm using the BLUETTI mini fridge just to demonstrate to you. Okay, take a look, guys. Right now I'm running this BLUETTI 12 volt mini fridge. All right, perfect. Now, what else do we have? We have this DC 5521 barrel connectors. They're called 12 volts and 10 amps. Right here. Now, actually, you can plug some LED lights there. You can plug some routers like Wi-Fi routers and other appliances. So you have two of them right here. We have USB-A ports, 5 volts and 3 amps, 15 watts in total USB-A ports. We have USB-C, a USB-C port, 100 watt. It's a quick charge USB-C port. Here we have two AC outlets. They basically are wall outlets, 120 volts and 600 watts with a surge power of 1200 watts and also a pure sine wave inverter. So if you want to plug in some medical appliances that are very sensitive to that, you have pure sine wave inverter, you know that. Okay, now on the top we have a wireless charging pad at 15 watts. So as long as your phone supports wireless charging, all you want to do is put your phone here on the top, okay? For example, my phone does support wireless charging. You can see that, right? And look, it started charging. You guys can see that. And we will also have a couple of watts of output here on the screen, 3 watts, okay? Now, we also have this light right here. It's very bright. A warning here, so if you're sensitive to light, please don't look at that, but here's the light. Very bright, has 3 modes, medium, high, and SOS mode. Okay, now here we have the input. So the input is how we're going to be recharging our EB3A. Also critical to have enough high quality input charging methods so we can always keep EB3A powered. Well, probably not always keep it powered, but always have the ways to recharge our EB3A. Okay, now the input is here. So we have an input / MPPT. This is a DC input, direct current input. Okay, this is to recharge our EB3A from solar panels and from our vehicle. Okay, so from solar panels, we're going to be using those MC4 adapters, and to recharge from our vehicle, we have this cable right here. It's an 8mm to car power socket plug, okay? And you can plug it in your 12 volt or 24 volt car power socket in your vehicle and recharge it like this. Now, if you want to recharge from solar panels, you also use 8mm to MC4 connectors. Those are, by the way, those are MC4 connectors. Okay, we don't use this XT60, we use 8mm, but these are MC4 connectors. And MC4 connectors are compatible with all of our solar panels and also with most of third-party solar panels, because we don't restrict you from using any other solar panels. We wanted to have the best experience. If you prefer some other solar panels over BLUETTI solar panels, we are okay with that, at least by far. So just letting you know. Okay, here we have a circuit protection. You don't have to worry about it, it works by itself. And here finally we have the AC charging input, 120 volts and 9 amps. So another good thing is that we don't need an adapter. We don't need an adapter for that. We simply use this cable. Okay, that's what the cable looks like. No adapter whatsoever. This cable is included in the box. okay? And you plug it in a wall outlet or in a generator. If you want to charge from a generator during power outages, you can do that. Or you can plug it in another power station to recharge from the AC input. No adapter needed. So this is what EB3A looks like. On the both sides we have this fans, and those are push and pull fans. This is what keeps our unit cool all the time. Here is a nice carrying handle. On the back side we don't have anything, so you can place it against the wall. And here we have anti-slip pads. Here we have the most important information about the power station, you know, all the info here. Here is the QR code that you scan when connecting to the app for the first time. And this is pretty much it. Now let's take a look at the screen. Let's take a look at the screen. So what do we have on the screen? Let's enable all the outputs. We enable the AC and the DC outputs. And what do we have here? So on the screen, in the center, we have the battery life, 95%, okay? Here we have approximate time, so if the load does not change, it's gonna stay on for 30 more hours. Let me add my phone here on the top, and this time changes from 30 hours to 24.7 hours. It means that if the load does not change, stays 3 watts, so lasts for 24.7 hours, okay? Right, let me remove my phone and it's gonna bounce back to 30 hours. Battery life, approximate time. Here we have input, how many watts are coming in. The higher this number is, the better. So 100 watts, good. 200 watts, good. 10 watts, not enough, right? So you will have the maximum charging at the speed of 430 watts. This is a very fast charging, and in fact, I don't recommend you guys charge it at this speed unless necessary. Good news is that you can always adjust the charging speed through the app. So this is the input, how many watts are coming in when we're recharging our EB3A. This unit is called EB3A. You guys still remember? Right here. Okay, now, what is the opposite of input? Output. Output is how many watts are being pulled out from the power station. So how many watts are going from the inside to outside. So again, here you can see a number up to 600 watts, okay? So don't overload it, because if it's more than 600 watts, you will overload it, unless you are under a powerlifting mode that you can enable through the app. Input, output. Here is the frequency, and it's always 60 Hz in America. You don't have to worry about it. Here is AC. It signifies that AC is on. Now, what if I turn it off? You see what happened? AC is gone. Let me turn it back on. AC is here. Let me turn DC off. DC is gone. And DC is back on. So we have input, how many watts are coming in. We have output, how many watts are coming out. We have the battery life, the approximate time, AC and DC. Eco stands for eco mode. Eco mode shuts down the AC and DC inverter after the set time when the load is not when the inverter is not active. So it can be 1 hour, it can be 2 hours, 3 or 4 hours. You can set it yourself. Okay? So when the inverter is not active or the load is way too low, it will turn off by itself. Okay? Now also guys, if you have any if there are any alarms, like maybe temperature is too high, temperature is too low, short circuit, battery low, overload, or any other alarms, you will see them on the screen in color red. So you know that something is not okay, and you just restart the unit, you unplug the you unplug all the cables, whether you're charging or you're running some devices, and you simply restart the unit and the alarm is gone. Okay, this is it. Now also when you're charging it, when you're charging your EB3A, you will see different like signs and icons on the screen. So it's really user-friendly. Now it's even more user-friendly with the app that we have, and the app is called BLUETTI, and this is what it looks like. Let me just close it and open it again because I just think it's cool. Here is the app. It's free for iOS and Android. Just go download it, BLUETTI. So here are all the units that I've connected to. Let me search EB3A. Okay. Oh, now this one I have two EB3As. So this one, okay. So my screen is a little bit filthy. Let me clean it a little bit, so I give you an impression of a clean person. And you know, just important person. So much better. Now EB3A, I can see the battery life right here. I can also turn DC on and off from the app, which is really cool, right? So DC is off, AC is also off. Now what I've done is just turn it off. Let me try to turn it back on. Yeah, I turned back on. So now DC, you see guys this light, and now look at look here. Look at this light. Oops, it's also on, right? Perfect. Let me also turn the screen on. We can turn off the whole unit from here if you want. Here are the settings. So what we have here is we can share this device by scanning this QR code. People can control this device with you. Okay, now here we have charging modes. We have 3 charging modes. Those are standard charging mode, silent charging mode, and turbo charging mode. So standard charging mode, as the name implies, the input is going to be whatever your grid input is, right? 200 watts, 260 watts, right? Now next is silent charging mode. So again, as the name implies, you will silent your fans. The fans will not kick off. Maybe you're in a tent, sleeping, and your head is literally next to your EB3A right here, right? And you don't want to hear any sound. So you can just put it to silent mode. It will lower the input from the grid to 110 watts or so. No sound whatsoever. Trust me, tested thousands of times. I tested it here, and no sound. Turbo, oh yeah, you will hear a sound because it's the fast charging mode, only used when charging from a grid with a high input or from multiple charging methods at the same time, and you will get the input at the rate of from 350 watts up to 430 watts. All right, but only enable this mode when necessary, as we say right here. More about charging methods of EB3A after our first BLUETTI live stream giveaway. And the first giveaway is going to be our own BLUETTI merch. Our own BLUETTI merch right here, guys. There was a lot of time looking at the screen. Let's give our eyes time to rest. And our first giveaway is BLUETTI merch, specifically a hat or a cap, okay? So you can see this cap here on the screen, and we give it away to one of our subscribers on YouTube and one of our subscribers on Facebook, okay? We're gonna go for YouTube first and then Facebook. What I want you guys right now to take part in the giveaway is simply type BLUETTI plus something else. BLUETTI, blah, blah, blah. So type it right now. I'm gonna open the live stream. Well, it's already open, and I'm gonna take a screenshot, okay? And whoever's comment is on the very bottom, like the last one, wins. Sound good enough? Let's go. So here I see BLUETTI dominates from Not Slim One. Bro, what is it? Is there going to be any AC60 demos on the stream? Oh yeah, for sure. Soon. Okay, good luck everyone. Let's go. Let's start from YouTube first. Guys, if you haven't given us a like yet, please do. Very important. Thank you ever so much. And here I'm gonna do a screenshot just in front of you guys. You can see it very clearly. Gonna go with Command, what is it? Command Shift. Let me try. It's a test. Okay, successful. Cool. So let me give you a 10-second countdown and then a screenshot, and I'll show you guys who the winner is. Again, the one on the very bottom here wins. You guys are ready? The rules are clear. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, let me open the screenshot and we can see who the winner is. And the winner is the famous Rambling Bob Reviews. BLUETTI, blah, 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 blah. That's art, Bob. That's art. So, Bob, congratulations on yet another giveaway. And please, all the giveaway winners, provide us with your address by emailing us at livestream@bluetti.com. Send us your shipping address in the USA and your phone number. Okay, now let me switch to Facebook. Again, I'm going to protect my privacy here, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Facebook, right here, right here. Okay, guys. Now on Facebook, that's the same. The only difference that I'm worried that the comments will not refresh here on Facebook, so I'm probably going to go with my phone. Oh, I can see your comments. Guys on Facebook, yeah, I can see your comments. Great. So please type BLUETTI and something else in the comments. 10 seconds for Facebook. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The screenshot is taken. And the winner is James Barden. James Barden with a comment, BLUETTI is the best. So it's James Barden and Rumbling Bob Reviews. Dear giveaway winners, please email us at livestream@bluetti.com. Send us your shipping address in the USA and your phone number. Thank you so much for participating in BLUETTI giveaways. That was our first giveaway. We have many more giveaways coming shortly. Okay, so now how do we recharge EB3A? How do we keep it powered? Adding gases. Number one is from a wall outlet. You can always recharge from a wall outlet. In fact, you don't need an adapter. You just use this charging cable to recharge from your wall outlet. This is it. And you will get 200 to 160 watts, 130 to 160 watts of input on a regular. Recharging methods. Standard, silent, and turbo. You research for yourself what method you're going for. Another charging method, and the method we advocating for, absolutely advocating for, is solar, charging from solar panels. And you will have the maximum input of 200 watts. The DC input limitations here are from 12 to 28 volts DC, okay? So before you purchase a solar panel to charge EB3A, or before you connect any of the solar panels that you already own to the EB3A, please run a quick compatibility check. It's very easy. It sounds professional. Run a compatibility check, voltage compatibility check, but it's actually very easy. What do you want to do? Simply look at the number of VOC on that panel that you want to connect, and look at the limits here. So I don't know third-party panels, but I know BLUETTI solar panels. We have PV68, PV120, and PV200 that are perfectly compatible with EB3A, because, for example, the voltage of the VOC, the open circuit voltage of PV120 is 24.4 volts. Is it within 28 volts? Yes. Now, the open circuit voltage of PV200 is 26.1 volts. Is it within the open circuit voltage of EB3A? Yes. So make sure that VOC is definitely within here, because guys, what is going to happen is if the voltage is too high, it will destroy the unit. Okay, so please run the voltage compatibility check, right? So if you want to go with BLUETTI solar panels, it's PV68, PV120, PV200. You decide for yourself. Just don't plug them in series, because when you plug them in series, the wattages add up, and the total wattage will exceed the allowed voltage, instead of wattage. Total voltage will exceed the allowed voltage here. Okay, great. Yeah, guys, the timer is reset. Thank you. And the next giveaway is coming in 30 minutes. Okay, now, so when we're charging from a wall outlet, if you want to go for turbocharging mode, you will be really surprised with the numbers, because in fact, EB3A is currently the fastest recharging power station on the market, right? So the fastest charging power station on the market. It will recharge from 0 to 80% in 40 minutes. 40 minutes under turbo mode. Now remember what we said about turbo mode? It's great, but don't overuse it. Only use it when necessary. It will recharge from 0 to 80% under turbo mode. Is the fastest charging power station on the market. And it will recharge from 0 to 100% in 75 minutes under turbo mode. And if you go standard mode, because standard mode is good for the lifespan, It'll take you 2 hours to recharge from 0 to 100% under standard mode. We're talking about the wall outlet charging. Now, when you're charging from solar panels on good sunny days, again, remember 12 to 28 volts. So once you plug in a compatible solar panel, it will take you from 2 to 2.5 hours to recharge EB3A from solar panels. Another charging method is charging from your vehicle only when your vehicle is running, when the engine is running. You can use both 12 volt and 24 volt car power socket. And when you're charging from a 12 volt car power socket, it will take you 8 hours to recharge from 0 to hero, right? Well, it sounds like a lot, but when you're on the go, it doesn't matter, right? And if you happen to have a 24 volt car power socket in your vehicle, it will take you twice less than that, 4 hours to recharge from 0 to 100%, okay? Again, the charging cable that we use right here, and we use not only for EB3A but also for other power stations, and we use it for other appliances as well, is 8mm to car power socket cable. This is it. Now guys, a very important topic I would like to address very quickly because we don't have enough time is the AC and DC outputs drain. So the thing is, when nothing is plugged in, if the outputs are turned on, okay, it will drain the battery. So what you want to do is to remember to turn them off. Simply remember to turn them off once you don't use them. So for example, right now, well, obviously I'm showcasing you how to use it, so I'm not concerned with the battery loss. But if I were using it for my purposes, like in real time, in real life situation, I had to turn it off. Simply push it to turn off, turn off. We have eco mode that will do it for you. But we encourage you to remember to do that because you will be surprised, not in a good way, that the battery will drain. It's just how those devices work, okay? There is no way around that. Some devices that drain drain more power, remember to turn them off. But turning them off, you will just eliminate this problem completely. Now let me show you a couple of more important features from the application. Okay, so right here, let's zoom in on the screen, please, of my phone. And there we go. So we have charging mode, we have 3 modes, we already know that. We have eco mode, we can turn eco mode on and off. Okay, so I don't recommend turning it off, it doesn't do any good. Eco mode on doesn't do any harm, but if you want to, you can always turn it on and off. Now, next guys, you can set the eco mode time shutdown. So you will command the inverter to shut down after the time that you set. It's either 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. So you choose for yourself. Next, we have LED light. We can also control it from here, from the app. Okay. Okay. Medium, high, SOS, or off. And we have power lifting mode that we enable right here. So we have a warning here, a short explanation of what power lifting mode is. We can turn on from here, and now power lifting mode is on. We can load devices up to 1200 watts from 600 watt inverter. Here. Okay, now next we have firmware upgrades. So here we will have upgrades, firmware upgrades, and you can access them from the app. And finally, you can even unbind the device from here. This is the app called BLUETTI, free. Once you realize that your power station has Bluetooth, download the app because it also has an app control. Okay, so guys, this is the short introduction. A short introduction of EB3A. A couple of more things. You guys know that EB3A is a pure sine wave inverter, and it was tested multiple times. It is indeed pure sine wave inverter. It is also very quiet, so it's less than 600 watts. It's under the load of 600 watts for 15 minutes, which is already the highest load, not under power lifting mode. It was pulling out 52.7 decibels. So it's not loud. Also guys, EB3A has UPS mode. UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply. So what UPS mode means in this case is that once EB3A is plugged in to a wall outlet, the UPS will turn on by itself, and you will see the icon next to the AC here, right here, UPS. So you will protect your devices against blackouts. So for example, you're working on your personal computer. When your personal computer is plugged to a wall outlet, when the grid power is gone, it's gone, right? And your computer turns off without you wanting it. Well, if your computer is plugged in 𝗣𝗖 and 𝗣𝗖 plugged in the wall outlet, when the grid power is there, you are not wasting the battery of 𝗣𝗖. But once the grid power is gone, because it has UPS, we'll switch to the internal batteries of 𝗣𝗖 and your computer will stay on. And even though we say that, and it does work, we still recommend you to test it first with your computer because there might be some exceptions. So another charging method of 𝗣𝗖, let's give our viewers the whole screen, please. Yeah, so another charging method of 𝗣𝗖 is charging from a wall outlet, you know that, and from a generator. You can charge from this old school gas, propane, or diesel generator that you have in your garage probably during power outages. Yes, you can do that. Okay, guys, another cool thing, and I know we're probably running out of time, but look, guys, another cool thing about 𝗣𝗖 right here is that it supports DC and AC charging at the same time. So what it means for you is that you can charge from solar panels and from grid power at the same time. And you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, you would do that because sometimes you have some solar energy there to be taken, but not enough, right? So you want to charge from the sun, so to say, from solar panels, while also charging from the wall outlet, okay? And here's the thing, our system automatically prioritizes charging from solar panels. So if you have two inputs, one from AC, from a wall outlet, let's say, and the other one from PV, from photovoltaic, from solar panels, it will automatically prioritize PV charging. So you will get the maximum amount of watts there from PV and the remaining from AC. For example, if there's a lot of sun, it's very sunny, right? And you will get up to 200 watts from PV and the rest from grid. So because the maximum input under turbocharging mode is 430 watts, so you will get 200 watts from from the solar panels and 236 watts from grid power. Okay, now here are some everyday loads that you can run for 𝗣𝗖, and here's how long you can run them, or charge them. So let's say an iPhone 13 with 13 watt-hour battery, you can charge it 12 to 17 times. Okay. Next we have a MacBook. I use MacBook every day. I can charge this MacBook 6 times from 𝗣𝗖. I'll be using this USB-C port, of course, and it's quick charge too. A drone, right? A drone. Fly a drone. You can charge this drone 6 times. A camera. You can charge it 15 times. A power tool. You can charge an 80-watt power tool. You can run it for 3 hours. Refrigerator of 90 watts, you can run it for 2.5 hours. 90 watts is a big fridge. This one, for example, only pulls out up to 40 watts. Okay, guys, and finally, what is the price of 𝗣𝗖? 𝗣𝗖 now costs $239. Okay, so it doesn't have a discount code. The price went up. From the promotional price, we had it at a very low price. The price I was kind of not agreeing with. It was too low, $209. But now it's bounced back to quite a normal price, $239. But actually, you probably would not expect me to say something like that. But I would tell you this: don't be too obsessed with those like discounts and coupons. Good ways to save money, of course, but more importantly is to decide what you want to be using. Is it 𝗣𝗖? Is it 𝗣𝗖55? Okay, because you're going to be using this thing for 70 years, so you better have something that you enjoy. Okay, so this is my honest advice. Maybe you didn't ask for it. In this case, I apologize, but this was really, I think people would be happier following this advice in general in life. So it's good to save some money. It's good to have those coupons and discount codes. Okay? I'll use them all the time. I like them. But also decide for yourself whether you like it or not. So right now it's $30 more expensive comparing to the spring promotion, but $30 divided by 7 years, it's really insignificant. So 𝗣𝗖 is a great unit. I highly recommend it for absolutely everybody, okay? For both domestic and outdoors use. Everybody would profit from 𝗣𝗖. It's not expensive for the value it offers. It's UPS. It's super lightweight with a great battery capacity for this size, with a powerful AC inverter that also has power lifting mode, app control, very user-friendly. You can use it with your whole family, your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband. You guys all can use it together, very user-friendly, and you can recharge it everywhere and anytime, from the grid, from the wall outlet, from your vehicle when your vehicle is running, when the engine is running, from solar panels. And you can even combine those charging methods at the same time. You can charge from DC and from solar panels, and from grid, from other DC charging methods and AC charging methods. 𝗣𝗑𝗧 would really not disappoint anybody, okay? I guarantee you that. So now moving from 𝗣𝗑𝗧, and by the way, the link is in the description right there on YouTube and on Facebook. Now let me check your questions if we have any. So let me see. How can we order? Okay, thank you for the response to, yeah, I'm checking the Facebook comments now. All right. Yeah, guys, by the way, this live stream is mainly for the USA, but we are very happy to have people from other countries here, and simply go to BLUETTIpower.com and check if we ship to your country. If not, you can try from Amazon. Okay, now, okay, let me see. As far as I know, there is no questions addressed to me. Okay, this is great. So that's only 9 cents a day for 7 years. Thank you, Rambling Bob Reviews. Thank you so much. This is a very good calculation. Oh my God, yeah, 9 cents for a day for 7 years. Indeed. So again, it's just my advice, my piece of advice I can give. 𝗣𝗑𝗧 is a great unit. We used to sell it at $299. Right now the price is actually also kind of promotional. So anyway, it's a great unit and absolutely everybody would love it. I guarantee you that. Now, turn it off, and 𝗣𝗑𝗧, the link is in the description. Now let's move on. 𝗣𝗑𝗧55, which is a perfect travel body. 𝗣𝗑𝗧55, what is the difference between 𝗣𝗑𝗧 and 𝗣𝗑𝗧55? Aren't those the same? Oh yeah, I see what difference is. One is blue and one is dark gray. Well, you're almost right. Well, you definitely got this right, but let's compare the sizes. I know. Now, 𝗣𝗑𝗧55 is bigger, which would probably be, 𝗣𝗑𝗧 probably has a higher battery capacity, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a logical follow-up, is it? It is. It has a higher battery capacity simply because we have more room to put battery cells. We have more battery cells, so we have a higher battery capacity. So what is the battery capacity of 𝗣𝗑𝗧55? Now you don't have to trust me. What I say, we have it here. We have it. Let me show it. Do we? Yeah. 537 watt-hours. 537 watt-hours compared to 268 watt-hours. So it's quite a significant difference, isn't it? Okay. Now the battery is, of course, lithium iron phosphate, as always. 537 watt-hours. And what is the AC inverter? Well, it is 700 watts. 700 watts. 100 watts higher than on 𝗣𝗑𝗧. But 𝗣𝗑𝗧55 doesn't have nearly as many cool features like app control, UPS. It doesn't have any of those. So you have to be aware of that. Now, what in terms of outputs, excuse me. Now we have one USB-C. Let's zoom in on this outputs. So we have one USB-C right here, 100 watts. We have 4 USB-A ports. So those two are 15 watts, 5 volts and 3 amps. And those two are also 15 watts, 5 volts and 3 amps. Here we have the car power socket. It's 12 volt and 10 amp car power socket. Okay. Here we have DC 551 ports, or barrel connectors, 12 volts and 10 amps. And we have 4 AC outputs. So this is definitely cool. We have 4 wall outlets compared to 2 wall outlets. Okay. But again, maybe for some of you 2 will be enough. 4 wall outlets, that's it. We also have a wireless charging pad on the top right here, rated at 15 watts. We have a carrying handle. We don't have a light here, do we? No, but light is on the back right here. And actually it's a very nice ambient, kind of ambient light, flat, very nice to the eyes, you know, not targeting, not bright, not too bright. 3 modes too, SOS mode as well. Push and pull fans here to keep our unit Always cool. Anti-slip pads right here and the info over here. Okay, so here's the screen. The screen also shows us something. The screen is different. We see the battery life right here. Okay, we see the eco mode. We already know what it is. We keep it on, right? Input, how many watts are coming in, and the output, how many watts are coming out from EB3A. So frequency, 60 Hertz. We can also enter settings mode, by the way. By enter settings mode, we can change the frequency from 60 Hertz to 50 Hertz, which is actually unnecessary because we are in America and we don't need 50 Hertz. And we can turn eco mode off, which I also think is unnecessary. Let's keep eco mode on. But even though this doesn't have an app control, but we can still access the settings actually. All right, so EB55, again guys, the battery capacity is 700 watts, the AC inverter is 700 watts, the battery capacity is 537 watt hours. We have 2,500 plus life cycles to 80% of the original capacity. There are 6 ways to recharge EB55. Let's count with me. I feel a little bit like Dora the Explorer. Let's count with me. So what are the ways to recharge our EB55? AC, right? This can be a wall outlet, it can be another power station, or it can be a generator. Next, we can recharge from solar panels, and let's check the DC input right here. Here's the input. We have an adapter, 28 volts is the AC, 28 volts, 10 amps, and DC is 28 volts and 8 amps. So here's the DC charging cable that we'll be using to recharge from solar panels. And here it is. So MC4 connectors to XT60, right? And we don't have it, by the way, this is not included in the box, guys. You want to buy it separately if you want to charge from solar panels, or if you want to have XT60 to MC4 connectors, but this adapter is included in the box. So AC and DC charging methods. So there are 6 ways to recharge from AC, from solar panels, from a vehicle, okay? And also you can combine various AC and DC charging methods, AC and solar, and even dual AC. The maximum solar input, as we can calculate from the voltage here, because the wattage, the input is actually voltage V multiplied by A, by amperage. So it's 200 watts max, realistically. And the maximum input that we can get for EB55 is actually 400 watts, and it comes from either solar plus AC charging simultaneously or from dual AC simultaneously, okay? So this is the charging methods of EB55. All right, so again, to sum it up, EB55 has a higher battery capacity, this is for sure, 537 watt hours as opposed to the 168 watt hours. It has a slightly higher AC inverter of 700 watts. However, it does not have a powerlifting mode of 1200 watts that EB3A has. It has 4 AC outlets as opposed to 2 AC outlets here, but actually EB55 and EB3A are really for different purposes. So I do call EB55 perfect travel body. So if you going to have a picnic or maybe do some yoga outdoors, do some sports outdoors, you better have EB55 with you. Okay, very easy to explain why. Because it has a higher battery capacity. You'll be able to recharge your devices longer. You'll be able to run your devices longer. So take EB55 with you. If you're going to spend 8 hours, 10 hours outdoors, okay, it's a good sunny day, not too hot, not too cold, you want to do some yoga with your friends outdoors, so you want to play frisbee, you want to play football, take EB55 with you, okay? You're not planning to run any power-hungry device, you simply want to recharge your laptops, your phones, maybe some speakers, other devices, right? Take EB55 is indeed the perfect travel body. And EB3A would power very power-hungry devices because it has the the powerlifting mode of 1200 watts. Okay, EB55 does not have it. And remember to take your solar panels with you, because you better have some ways to recharge your units anywhere. Okay, so take either PV68, PV120, or PV200. My favorite is, what's your favorite one? PV200. My favorite is PV200. So what are our solar panels? First of all, guys, before we jump to solar panels, if you want to get E55 right now, before you buy it, stop, because I wanted to use the discount code we have. Now, I am here on YouTube, so please open the description right here, and you guys can see that we have EB55, okay? And we have a discount code for it. So, discount code is LIFE-EB55. So simply copy that code, click that link. It's a short link, it's the official link, but a shortened one. And when you purchase, choose more payment options and then paste the discount code there. It will save you $100 for EB55. Now, why buy EB55 or EB3A if you can buy them together with solar panels? Let's go for that. Let's buy them together with solar panels. So solar panels we offer is PV120 or PV200. So look, PV120 and PV200 is clearly superior. It has a higher input. They're the same. They're absolutely the same. PV120 is smaller. PV200 has a higher input. So let's go for PV200. Now, PV200 stands for the maximum input of 200 watts. Question: will we actually get 200 watts from it? No. 200 watts is the number achieved under ideal conditions. So we don't live in an ideal world, do we? And we will get probably like 160, 170 watts, which is already very, very good. So that's why, guys, we have to go for PV200. This is what our solar panels look like. So this is what they look like. And they are portable solar panels. Perfect solar panels to take with you outdoors for any outdoor activity. Show it to you. This is PV200. We have all the cables very well organized right here. So, and we're using MC4 connectors. Other companies might use whatever they want. We stick for MC4 connectors. They're safe and user-friendly, and also they have a high compatibility. So MC4 connectors are right here. EB55. Access 60 to MC4. So it's 12 to 28 volts here. What is the VOC of PV200? Oh, it's 26.1 volts. Okay, connect them. There we go. Now open the solar panel, obviously place it at the angle that is facing the sun, and enjoy 160, 170 watts of actual charging, of actual input from the 200 watt solar panel. So now let me actually open it to show to you the beautiful pattern, what it looks like. Why people choose solar panels, BLUETTI solar panels, even though they are more expensive than other alternatives? Why? Because, well, when I'm saying more expensive, I mean they are definitely more expensive than those solar panels that you put on your rooftop. Those are portable, guys. They are portable, and when you take them with you outdoors, you don't have to worry that you will shatter them, you will break them, you will in a way destroy them. Okay, they are very durable. And so let me show it. Let me show them to you. So you saw how small they are, right? But when you unfold them, they're actually quite big, right? Actually quite big. And once you finish your outdoor activity and you go home, you simply fold them back, and they're very easy to carry around. Put in your vehicle. Really saves you a lot of energy, gives you a lot of convenience. And also that we have this kickstands, so you can choose the angle right here. You don't have to lay them on anything. You can choose the angle for your solar panel, and there you go, right? Choose the angle This is it. They also have IP65 water resistance. We don't advise you to use them when it's raining, but if it's a high humidity, if it's raining a little bit, you can use them. And again, probably if I had to only name one competitive advantage, would be that they are durable in terms of you will not break. You can scratch them a little bit. Well, of course, don't do that. But if it happens, it will not break them, right? Like those rigid solar panels that you use on your rooftops. Those are great, by the way, but they're great for what they are used for the rooftops or just to place in your backyard. But those solar panels you can take with you when camping, when just spending a day outdoors with your family, and they're by the way, they're very lightweight, extremely lightweight. So this one is probably like 10 pounds or something, really lightweight. Well, unlike those rigid solar panels, right? Rigid solar panels are very hard to just carry around, to handle, unlike BLUETTI solar panels. So that was PV200. PV120 is pretty much the same, just smaller than that. So if you have the budget for PV200, PV200 is obviously a little bit more expensive. If you have the budget for PV200, just go for PV200. This is my advice. Okay, now, and how about, guys, we just get PV200 and EB3A. So we have the bundles EB3A and PV120 and EB3A and PV200. Before you purchase them, make sure you use those discount codes, and discount codes are in the description on YouTube or on Facebook. So please use those discount codes when you're purchasing EB3A and PV120, EB3A and PV200. Here's EB3A, if you forgot. Here is PV200 right here. So this is a perfect outdoor kit. Perfect outdoor power kit. EB3A and PV200. Or if you prefer EB55 over EB3A, because I would guess because it has higher battery capacity mostly. Here's EB55 and PV200. Here's what I would recommend. Again, I apologize for the noise. Right now, do we? Yeah? Probably should tell them stop. Probably should tell them to stop the repairs. You know? Yeah? Right. So, EB55 and PV200. Again, it can be EB55 and PV120 by all means. But if you have the budget to spend a little bit more money on PV200, get PV200 as opposed to PV120, simply because it has a higher solar input, and you will want it. You will want. Solar panels are fun to play with, right? Aren't they? They're really fun to play with. You will see that. Oh my God! It's actually charging. It's actually charging from solar panels. Yeah, it is. It is, and it's a significant, terrific way. It's a terrific way to recharge them anywhere. Guys, are we having any problems with the connection or not? Because can you hear us? Can you see us clearly? Please give us some feedback. Because here something's wrong with my Wi-Fi. Mia, is everything okay with the internet? Do people hear and see us clearly? Okay, great. In this case, guys, let's move on. And what else do we have on the list? Well, we have a huge one here, AC300&B300. We'll talk about it after our giveaway, after the giveaway. So, and the next giveaway is, by the way, all the giveaways are right here. So let's do a BLUETTI multimeter next. BLUETTI multimeter, which is right here. Okay. So a multimeter is actually a must-have gadget in every household. If you have to test anything, the multimeter will really come in handy. And this is a BLUETTI multimeter. It has BLUETTI logo, very inconspicuous. I like it. BLUETTI logo right here. Again, guys, how do we give it away? How do we give away this multimeter? I wanted to type BLUETTI plus something else in the comments, and I will take a screenshot, okay? And whoever's comment is on the very bottom, wins. So we'll do one for YouTube and we'll do one for Facebook. So let's start from YouTube first. Okay, please start typing right now. And now we'll do a 10-second countdown shortly and we'll take a screenshot. Okay, let's test. Okay, great. We have 20 people right now, guys. So please start typing BLUETTI plus something else so that you don't get restricted by YouTube for typing the same word repetitively. Okay, let's go. So there we go. 10-second countdown. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And the winner is 𝗣𝗂𝗧. Congratulations, Jennifer. Now let's go on Facebook. All right, Facebook. There we go. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I have to log in again. Facebook, what are you doing to us? All right. That's embarrassing. Give me some time to log in, guys. And by the way, let's use this time productively. I wanted to type your questions, okay? So that I need time to log in on Facebook. And just type your questions, please, if you have any questions to me or just to BLUETTI in general. All right, there we go. All right, thank you. That's a great angle, better than having the camera right here. Okay, guys. And again, guys, if you have any questions, please mark them with question if it's towards me, because actually most of the questions are replied within the community itself, specifically by Jeff from Away from Science. So thank you a lot for that. Thank you guys for replying your questions. We really have an amazing community. These are facts, you can't deny them. So there we go, guys, logging in right now. Login code required. Okay. So yeah, there we go. All right, guys. Facebook followers. I'm logging in right now. There we go. I'm here. All right, there we go, guys. 32 people right now watching us live on. On BLUETTI Global. There we go. All right, guys, I'm here. Sorry, it took now it's 18 people, right? Okay. Anyway, it took longer than expected. But please type BLUETTI right now, and we're giving away one motivator on Facebook. There we go. 10-second countdown. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And the winner is 𝗣𝗂𝗧. Congratulations, Steve. So it's 𝗣𝗂𝗧 and Jennifer Lut from Facebook and YouTube. So please, dear winners, contact us at livestream@bluetti.com. Send us your shipping address in the USA and your phone number. Thank you so much. Okay, now on to our next portable power station. Well, in this case, is going to be a modular solar generator. Okay, Mia, let's reset the timer right now. Okay, great. So that we know for sure that the next live stream is in 30 minutes sharp. And again, guys, thanks everybody for participating. If you didn't win, don't get sad. We have a lot of opportunities ahead. Okay, we have more giveaways. We have what we give away, well, you can see right here, we already give away our BLUETTI merch, and we give away the multimeter right now, and we give away a camping lantern, because when you're camping outdoors, it gets very dark, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. There are no lights, very dark, and having a camping lantern is really nice. It's really nice. Okay, so let me see what else we have here for it. AC300 and B300. Okay, so I'm actually very happy we have enough time to talk about AC300 and B300. So guys, those are portable power stations, right? Like EB55, like EB3A. They're very different from AC300 and from B300, really, because you see how much bigger it is. It's, even though in theory it's portable, you can place it from point A to point B, but you wouldn't have fun doing that unless you have like a trolley. You can have your own trolley, or you can buy BLUETTI trolley, or maybe you put it in your vehicle. Well, in this case, the weight does not matter really. You can put it in your vehicle and in your van, for example, right? So those are modular solar generators. Their purpose is to store solar power, to store solar energy, really. Okay. So let's see how it works. We have one unit on the top. Okay, you see it's different from those two. This is the main unit, okay? Those are the batteries, okay? Those are the batteries. So the main unit doesn't have the battery inside. What does it have? Well, it has the UPS, it has the inverter, and it has a bunch of other things, right? But it does not have a battery. Those are the batteries. So they're just batteries. They're external batteries, okay? There are a couple of reasons why we don't put the batteries inside. Why don't we do it? Well, first of all, it would be too heavy. It would be way too heavy, right? Second of all, because if something is wrong with the battery, or if you want to change it because of whatever reason, you just change the battery. You don't want to change. You don't have to change the main unit. It's not necessary. So just change the battery. This is it, okay? And number three, whatever that is well, first of all, it's easier to carry around. You can place the batteries here and the main unit is there. You can place it as you want. And number four is because you can choose the capacity that you need. You can use one battery, so at least one battery, okay, on cable, so now it's connected. So even if we don't have this battery here, it doesn't matter. We have one main unit and one battery. So it's working, it's a working unit right now. So you can start with as little as one battery. And you can go up to 4 batteries, So from 1 to 4. And there is even more. There is even like a pro mode. If you connect 2 AC300s together with a cable, with the communication cable, and you can go 4 plus 4 batteries, which is 8. It's outstanding battery capacity. Okay, so we have, currently in BLUETTI, we have 2 modular solar generators. Those are AC300 and B300, and AC500 and B300S. Currently, the biggest portable power station in the world. The biggest portable modular solar generator in the world. Because you can connect 6 batteries to one main unit and 6 plus batteries to the other main unit. Okay? Now, it's a lot to talk about here, so let's first start with the batteries. Actually, I would love to start with the batteries, because for me, at least for me, battery capacity is probably number one. I want to make sure my devices and my device can be charged, or I can run them for a long enough time. And to calculate this time, we just look at the battery capacity. So clearly, the batteries here are big, right? So they have 3,072 watt hours. 3,072 watt hours of battery capacity, and the lifespan is 3,500 plus cycles before the battery drops to 80% of the original capacity, and 6,000 to 7,000 cycles before the battery drops to 50% of the original capacity. So 3,072 watt hours. Just to kind of compare how big it is, because it's hard to say, well, it's huge, right? Look, the battery capacity of EB3A, for example, and don't laugh at me for that, but yeah, it's 268 watt hours, right? 268, 3,072. The battery capacity of EB55 is 537 watt hours, and the battery capacity of B300 is 3,072 watt hours. Okay, the battery capacity of AC200 Max, for example, is 2,048 watt hours, and again compared to 3,072 watt hours. And make no mistake, this is already a lot of capacity right here. But for one battery here, we have 1,000 more, so 2,048 as opposed to 3,072. And this is just from one battery. So if you have 2 batteries, it's 3,072 by 2. If you have 3 batteries, by 3. If you have 4 batteries, by 4. It's a lot of battery capacity. So what it means for us is we can store this capacity, okay? We can store it with solar energy. So we charge it from solar panels, either from ours or from yours, or from rigid solar panels, from our portable panels. Both ways, we can do whatever we want. And you store that much power, you store that much capacity entirely or partially with solar power. And what about it? Solar power is free, right? So that's how we will save a lot of money that we pay for electricity bills, okay? And also will contribute to the environment. We'll feel better about ourselves in general, I hope. So even though, of course, we have to already feel good about ourselves, well, guys, what I mean is just it's a win-win. It's really a win-win. We save money for electricity bills, we're doing good for the environment, and also we have a way to recharge our units from solar panels so that we can use them. Doesn't matter, no matter what our grid is like. When grid power is gone, we don't worry about that. During power outages, we don't worry about that. During blackouts, we don't worry about that. We have something like that. We have modular solar generators at home that can help us go through power outages or protect us from blackouts. And if you want to go outdoors to pursue your hobbies outdoors, like maybe you're a photographer or a videographer and you want to take videos outdoors, you want to film something outdoors, you can take this thing with you for your whole crew, right? And you guys can power your cameras and other like microphones and like whatever guys you're using from AC300 and B300, right? Now maybe you're doing some scientific research outdoors and you like bring in a portable laboratory with you, right? And you also need to power your devices from them. So AC300, B300 would be just great. What if you want to go somewhere, I don't know, for any other outdoor activities, right? Professional sports, maybe, anything, you know, you take this with you. Maybe you are a musician and you need to run like guitars and all those speakers from this, okay? I know that because my good friend is a musician, and I remember back in the day we didn't have those things. We have to get creative, and you know, gas generators are not an option because they're too loud, right? So we had to get creative. We had to get like those very long cords to connect to an AC power somewhere. We couldn't go outdoors. We couldn't just go like to the middle of nowhere to play music, or, you know, now we can. Now we can go to a beautiful place and absolutely without relying on grid power, because we have AC300 and B300, or AC300 and multiple B300s if you want. So we figured out the battery part. Those are extension batteries. AC300 doesn't have a battery, so we need at least one battery, and we can have from 1 to 4. Okay, now what else? After taking a look at the batteries, let's take a look at the main unit itself. First of all, guys, watch this. How cool is that? Oh my God, you're so strong. No, I'm not. Is that it's actually very lightweight, and a part of why it's so lightweight is because it doesn't have a battery inside. So this is very lightweight. Also sounds empty, right? So AC300. Let's turn it on. By the way, we did not charge it from the last time, and this is why you will see it at 16% right now, which is okay, it's a real-time situation. 16% still will be lasting for a long time. Okay, now guys, let's take a look at the outputs first, okay? Well, before the outputs, let's zoom out a little bit. So here we have 3,000 watts. Let's zoom out, yeah, 3,000 watts, perfect. 3,000 watts is a lot of it's a very high AC load, 3000 watts. Remember, by the way, for the reference, for AC300 Max that I've been showing, just to compare, because like AC300 Max is like the closest thing to AC300. If we're talking about like chronologically, it was first AC300 Max and then AC300. So this has the battery, the battery capacity 2048 watt hours, but it's okay. Now it has the AC load of 2200 watts right here, and AC300 has the AC load of 3000 watts. Okay. Now, what outputs do we have? We have a 12 volt and 30 amp RV plug. Why is it called an RV plug? Because you can connect it to an Anderson adapter. You can run your the household in your RV. And by the way, guys, I mean, those guys who are like live in RVs, you guys are so cool. Seriously, like I watch a lot of your content on YouTube for work, of course, and it's great to have this mobility, you know, to be able to live anywhere in the world. There are a lot of inconvenience with that too. So you guys are very what is the word? Courageous and brave, you know, I would say. So yeah, guys, we're trying to help you as well. We hope that with our units you will have a more comfortable traveling. So here is 12 volt and 30 amp RV plug. Here's a 12 volt at 24 volt and 10 amp car power socket. Yeah, it's a 24 volt and 10 amp car power socket. So please don't plug devices that are 12 volt. Thank you. Now, USB-C 100 watts, USB-A 18 watts, a quick charge, 2 of them, and USB-A 5 volts and 3 amps standard charging. Okay, now we also have 2 wireless charging pads on the top right here, 1 and 2. Each of them is 15 watts. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wall outlets and 1 recreation vehicle use only NEMA TT30 that you guys can use to recharge your RV. Okay, now these are the outputs of AC300. We also, because we will be using at least one B300 with AC300, right? We will also have some outputs on the batteries. So what outputs do we have on the batteries? The most important one is the 12 volt 10 amp car power socket, because here we only have 24 volt 10 amp car power socket, which is great if the appliances you're using with support 24 volt. If they do not, we have this 12 volt and 10 amp car power socket right here. So you always have one standard 12 volt 10 amp car power socket here. Don't worry about it. We also have USB-C 100 watts and USB-A 18 watts. Quick charge, only good vibes, only positive things, you know. They are here for us. USB-C 100 watts, USB-A 18 watts. Who doesn't want them? I mean, and the more batteries you have, the more outputs you have too. And by the way, this battery can also work independently. You don't need the main unit for the battery to work, but you do need the battery for the main unit to work. Okay, guys, now you probably noticed that we have a nice screen right here. Let's talk about the screen. So let's zoom in on the screen. Yeah, perfect. So in the center, we have a battery life. Battery percentage. And now we connected 2 batteries. We can connect 2 more, as you guys can see. Okay, here we have PV input. So PV input, it shows us DC input, and in fact it shows us DC1 input and DC2 input. And this is because we have 4 MC4 connectors, 2 pairs, 4 MC4 connectors, as opposed to 2 for most of our power stations and on the power stations too. So DC1, DC2. So we can connect double the amount of solar panels, or we can connect solar panels or any other DC charging methods. We can see a DC1 input voltage, DC1 input power, DC2 input voltage, DC2 input power. here we have grid, and grid is AC input voltage, AC input power, and AC frequency. So we can monitor from here, okay, what is the AC input voltage? What is the AC input power? What is the AC input frequency? Next we have DC load. So total DC output power. What is the wattage? What is the output power put out from all of these DC outputs at the same time? What is it? 24 volt, 10 amp output power. We can monitor the 24 volt and 10 amp output power separately. 12 volt and 30 amp output power. Oh, this one, yeah, excuse me. That was 24 volt, 10 amp. This is 12 volt, 30 amp. And USB, PD, wireless outputs, we combine them together. Okay, next we have AC load. What is the output voltage? It's probably going to be 120 volts. And by the way, if you're confused by 100 volts here, this is because this unit is suitable for both the USA and Japan. So with a slight adjustment in the menu, you can switch from 120 volts to 110 volts or 100 volts, which is suitable for Japan. But you don't have to be worried about that. If you're in the US, simply stay within 120 volts. This is it. Simply stay with 120 volts. Okay? So, and output frequency right here. Okay, now here is DC on. Here's how we enable DC. Now we can use any of those DC outputs here. And DC off. AC on. We can use any of those AC outputs right here. And remember, turn them off. Okay, next guys, we have the date and the time right here, and settings. So first we have language settings, English or Japanese right here. So next thing you notice is we can choose either 100 volts or 120 volts. So we of course always choose 120 volts for America. AC output frequency is 60 Hz or 50 Hz. We also stay with 60 Hz. DC 1 input source and DC 2 input source, it's automatically set to PV. Eco mode on or off. So again, eco mode turns off the AC inverter in 4 hours to save the battery, and you better keep it on unless you want to turn on. Next we have machine type. Machine type, either a single phase or a split phase. So single phase when we're using one AC300, and split phase is if you want to connect two AC300s together. So you have a double voltage with the fusion box. We have one output that is 240 volts, and yeah, and also you will be able to connect double of the battery capacity. So 4 batteries plus 4 batteries, right? Now next thing we have is working mode. Now this is one of my favorite features. So a working mode is actually UPS. So UPS is uninterruptible power supply. Now we have standard UPS, like offline UPS. Enable UPS mode, yes. So the offline UPS is the type of UPS that directly supplies AC power from grid to AC loads from the AC mains in normal operation and uses an inverter to generate AC power from the battery when there is a power failure. Okay, that was understandable, wasn't it? Now next we have time control UPS. So we have time settings here and parameter settings. So let's set it 6 shifts for a device for charging or discharging. In fact, for charging and discharging, and set the time period in order. Please, let's set the time periods in order. First, set the previous time period. Okay, so here's the working mode. Working mode period 1, working mode period 2, working mode period 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here is set when you want to start charge and when you wanted to start discharge. Again, same for here. When you want to start charge, when you want to start discharge. And why do we have to set it? Well, we don't have to. Why would we use it? Because we want to charge it from the grid when the electricity is the cheapest. Okay, it's probably around dawn, so like 4 a.m. Electricity is very cheap at this time, so you want to set it to charge from electricity at this time. And also, if you want to just like get AC300, one or a couple of batteries, and you want to forget about it, you know, you want it to work by itself, you can also set a time here. So, of course, when you have nice sunny weather, you want to be charging from the solar panels, but any other time you want to be charging from the grid, and you want to be charging from the actual grid and solar panels at the same time. So here in time control UPS, you can always set the time when you want it to charge and when you want it to discharge. Okay. Parameter settings, here's the battery SOC low and battery SOC high. So once the battery drops to, let's say, 10%, you want it to cut off any load. And the battery SOC high, you want it to stop charging when it reaches, let's say, in this case, 95%. You can adjust it as you want. Okay, next we have PV priority UPS. Okay, so here we can set what percentage we want to be charged from PV. And of course you might think, oh, the higher the better, right? Yeah, of course the higher the better. But remember that every power station has the battery drain. So you want to be sure that it at least charges faster than it discharges, right? So you want to set it to a realistic number here. So for example, 50, 60, 70%, 80, 90, depends on how sunny it is in your region, right? Okay, now next we have customized UPS. As the name implies, we can customize everything. So we have grid charge status, enable, time control status, enable, time settings. We can, again, set the time shifts right here, and SOC settings. Okay. Now, when we're charging from grid, the maximum grid input is 15 amps, okay, which is standard grid input, amperage 15 amps. We can go to basic mode and we can adjust it. We can choose any amperage from 1 amps to 15 amps, anything in between. Let's try 7 amps. 7. Let's see if it works or not. Yeah, it works, 7 amps now. We can go 14 amps. Yeah, it works, 15 amps. Okay, now it's 15 amps. Now, if your home grid current can go up to 30 amps, you can also email BLUETTI customer service. They will send you a password, and it's not a password, by the way, and you can charge up to 30 amps. 30 amps. Okay. Next, we have PV parallel. So when you're charging from PV in parallel, please turn it on. When you're charging from PV in series, please turn it off. Next, we have Bluetooth. Both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi is for the app. We have an app control. Next, we have buzz settings. So when we have an alarm, or alert, do you want to hear a buzz? I certainly do. Okay, so enable it, turn it on, or turn it off if you want. Next, we have touch sound. Touch sound. Now you can hear a sound, right? Turn off. No sound. Next, we have backlight brightness. So basically, this is screen brightness. We have the date and the time. Next, we have sleep time of the screen. You can set it to any of those numbers. I set it to never because I'm showcasing the screen right now. And we have restored factory settings. You can always go back to factory settings for the USA. Next, we have data, product info, inverter and charger info, battery information, alarm history. And alarms, no current alarms. AC300 and B300 also supports an app control. Again, guys, as I told you, a rule of thumb, that as long as the unit has Bluetooth, it probably has an app control. So again, open BLUETTI right here. I already connected to EB3 previously, you guys saw that. And now let me connect to AC300 and B300. So here I am, and I actually want to place it next to the screen of the unit, so you can see both my phone and the screen. So here we can see the battery life. the DC, we can turn on, and you guys notice how this is turned on here too. AC, and look. Again, if I turn AC off, look what happens. Off, and DC off. Of course, your phone does not have to be that close. Okay, it simply has to be within the Bluetooth range, or if you're on Wi-Fi, within the same Wi-Fi network, unless you use apps like TeamViewer, so you can control it anywhere. Okay, next we have settings, so we can change like names. In fact, what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this battery emoji after AC300, because what the name by default is AC300 and like a long serial number right here. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting like the battery emoji like this. So I know, oh, it's AC300, and what is following is the serial number. Okay, so you can change the name here. Next we have network settings. Okay, next we have share device option. By scanning this QR code, people have access to control this with you. Next we have working mode, UPS mode, right? And we can choose again customized UPS. Remember, this is what we were choosing here: customized UPS, view priority UPS, standard UPS, and time control UPS. So we can choose it right here. For example, time control UPS. I can go ahead and choose the charge and discharge time, SOC settings, right, and all this stuff. Next we have auto sleep of the screen. You can learn about device right here. We have firmware upgrades, so you can check for upgrades. We are update, and you can unbind the unit too. So here is the app control. It's really cool to monitor and also, you know, turn it on, turn the AC and DC on, I mean, all right? And you can also change the settings right here. It's pretty cool. And firmware upgrades are also quite awesome. All right, guys, so that was AC300 and B300 modular solar generator. Now we have one more giveaway right now in 1 minute and 44 seconds. And after the giveaway, we talk about recharging AC300 and B300. Obviously, AC300 does not have a battery, so when we're talking about recharging of AC300, we're really talking about recharging AC300 and B300, right? Because what are we recharging? We are recharging a battery. And where is the battery? Here is the battery, or the batteries. So, of course, we can recharge AC300 only when connected to B300, but we can recharge B300 without it being connected to AC300. We don't have to connect it to AC300. Well, first of all, just not to overcomplicate things, it's better to recharge when connected to AC300. Why am I saying it's better? Well, simply because it's superior. We have more charging methods, we have more options, higher input. But if you want to recharge the battery separately, you can do that too. Okay, guys, let me remind you that if you have any questions, please let me know by typing question in the comments. By typing question and then the question itself if you have a question. Okay, I'll be checking your comments occasionally, and at the end we will have a small Q&A session if you don't mind. All right. Okay, no questions by far, as I can see. So our next giveaway is the lantern, the camping lantern or tableware set, the camping lantern. Yeah, camping lantern. Okay. Okay, remember about reviews. I have a question about the BLUETTI website. A few comments up there. What is that question about the website, Bob? If you're still here. Okay. Any other question? Question about the E55 on BLUETTI's website. The specs show that wireless charging at 15 watts, but the picture on the page of the top, of the unit shows 16 watts. Just wondering. Not a big deal. Just wondering. Yeah, it's 15 watts. It's 15 watts. It's standard 15 watts. It's 15 watts everywhere on our power stations actually. So it's 15 watts. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, LaRonda is the first one to start typing BLUETTI. This is smart. So guys, start typing BLUETTI right now in the comments, and we give away the camping lantern. Yeah, so right now guys, please type BLUETTI in the comments, okay, and I'll take a screenshot, and whoever's comment is on the very bottom wins. All right, so you guys are ready? If you are, let's go. Let's go. Okay, BLUETTI, BLUETTI, BLUETTI. And here I am, preparing to take a screenshot. So I hope you guys all started typing already, because we have a little delay, right, between the on YouTube. And I'm ready to take a screenshot. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm not looking, by the way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, where was it? I didn't take it, did it? Okay, one more time then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, there we go. So the winner is William Randall. William Randall. Congratulations, William Randall. And now let me immediately go on Facebook as immediately as I can. And there we are on Facebook. Let me make sure the comments do refresh, and the comments are refreshing, and they are. There we go. We have Michael, LaRonda, Michael again. And let me do a 10-second countdown for Facebook. You guys are ready on Facebook? Yeah? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What? Okay, one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What? Oh, again, I just pressed the wrong keys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sorry guys, I just pressed like the wrong keys on the keyboard. That was unintentional. So the winner is Blake Marchand. Blake Marchand. Blake Marchand, congratulations. Okay, congrats Blake Marchand. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Again, guys, I just pressed the wrong key for the screenshot, so the screenshot was not taken. This is the same issue that happened on YouTube too. All right, so please don't hate me for that. Next time I'll make sure my fingers are on Command, Shift, and 3. Okay. All right, great. So where were we? We were at charging of AC300 and B300. So, okay, now, what is the maximum solar input, guys? The maximum solar input is enormous. We actually have to worrying about having enough solar panels to provide that high solar input. So it's 2,400 watts of maximum solar input, okay? And maximum dual charging you can get is 5,400 watts. 5,400 watts of maximum fast dual charging. There are 7 ways to charge. Well, depending on how you count them. I don't like 7 charging methods, or 6 charging methods, 10 charging methods. Let me just name them. Let me just name what charging methods we have. Look, we have AC charging method, okay? And it can be 1, it can be 3, depending on how you count it. I say it's 3 because you can charge from a wall outlet, you can charge from a generator, like a gas, propane, or diesel generator, and you can recharge from another power station, okay? Next we have solar charging method. Again, you can recharge from solar panels. We have a DC input right here. I showed you guys the DC cable, did not I? It is right here. Okay, and the DC charging input is right here, and the limitations here are actually very wide, from 12 to 150 volts. Okay, from 12 to 150 volts. So that means you can plug solar panel or solar panels that are from 12 to 150 volts. So when you plug when you connect multiple solar panels in series, when you connect them in series, the voltages add up, right? And then it can add up, and here you just limit it by 150 volts, okay, and 12 amps. I'm literally looking at numbers right here, 12 to 150 volts. Okay, now the AC input is 120 volts and 30 amps max. Okay, now another way to recharge it is kind of like a less commonly used, but still, maybe some of you will find it actually quite cool, which is lead acid batteries. Lead acid batteries. You can recharge from lead acid batteries, and you can recharge from your vehicle. You can recharge from your vehicle too, either from a 12 volt or 24 volt vehicle. And another charging method is actually combining charging methods, combining AC and DC, because we have two inputs, AC, DC right here. There is one more, but this is the communication interface. It's not an input. This is to connect two AC300s together if needed, okay? So AC input, DC input, okay? You can recharge from a wall outlet and from solar panels at the same time, which is really cool, because when there is sun there in the sky, get it free, eco-friendly solar energy. And if there is no, maybe it's raining, maybe it's just cloudy, foggy, simply charge from the AC and solar panels at the same time. This is really great. Okay, now another thing, guys, you have to remember is that you can extend it with as many B300 batteries, well, from 1 to 4 maximum, as you want. So you can also recharge B300 separately. Again, you wouldn't prefer it overcharging when connected to AC300 because it's just you have more charging methods and it's just faster and better. But you can speed up charging by also additionally recharging B300 batteries. Okay, you can get an adapter and charge B300 separately and when connected together. So 12 to 6, we have DC input right here and AC input. The AC input is for the adapter, 58. The adapter, please buy it from us, okay? Or at least if you buy it from any other platforms, make sure it's the right adapter. So 58.8 volts DC, 8 amps. And DC input, 12 to 60 volts DC, 10 amps, okay? So DC and AC adapters right here. Okay, guys, so now let me tell you what we offer in terms of AC 300 and B300. So, look, we have AC300 and B300 itself, right? So it's a bundle, and you can get it right now together. You can get AC300 separately, but only if you have B300 at home already. Maybe you have it from previous, maybe you bought it before, I don't know. So in this case, you can get just AC300. If you don't have B300 at home, get AC300 and B300, please. And for B300, you will get a discount, and this discount is available with discount code LIVEB300. Oh, sorry, LIVEB300. Apologies. Discount code is in the description. You can also get AC300 and 2 B300s, like I'm having right here, and AC300 and B300 and 3 PV200 solar panels. And you don't need discount codes for them because the price is already the lowest. Okay, guys, as promised, 10 minutes, actually 7 minutes before the end of the live stream, let's do a quick Q&A session. Give me your feedback, guys, please. I would really appreciate that. Maybe you think I'm speaking too fast, or maybe not clear enough. Please give me this feedback. I really appreciate that, and I'm learning from it. Let me search. Let me comment app, and let me search if we have any other questions here. Not yet. And we have one more giveaway in 3 minutes and 35 seconds. We give away a BLUETTI tableware set. Okay, so stay here for the giveaway. And we're doing this giveaway both on Facebook and on YouTube, by the way. So, which is great. Oh my God, connect two together and run a hospital. That's a lot of power. That's actually very correct. It's actually very correct, Jane. Yes, this is right. And yeah, our power stations are also used somewhere where urgent power is needed. Right, so you can connect two of them together, and what you have is, first of all, with the fusion box, you have like this kind of, like a fusion box. You have a couple of more outputs there, and you have one output that is 240 volts. So this is the double of normal output, 120 volts, 240 volts. And you will be able to connect 4 batteries to one and 4 batteries to the other, so it's 8 batteries in total. Again, I realize most people will not need a split phase mode, but if you do need, you can get it. And this is also what I like about it, is that you can start with 1 battery or 2 batteries, like in this case, and you can then build up and build up and build up and build your own off-grid solution, depending on how much capacity and how much more you will need. You're on the top of the BLUETTI world. You have my vote. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful GJ. Thank you. But again, guys, if you have any questions, or if you think that you probably would love to hear something else, please give me your feedback. This is like the only source probably I can learn from. Also, speaking about giving, give us your like. Please give us your like. We have 22 likes right now, and we count them, we collect them. You can see how many viewers press the like button, so please give us your like. We appreciate that. Now, also, next time, now we only have like 4 minutes before the end, but next time, guys, please remember to invite your friends, and I put the date of the next live stream in the description. It's going to be Tuesday, 28th at 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So please invite your friends for the next live stream. The BLUETTI AC300&B300 port will charge an ambulance off-grid. Exactly, this is the RV port. Will charge an ambulance off-grid. Okay, guys, so 1 minute and 4 seconds. So Michael, it's too early to type BLUETTI. We still have 1 minute before the giveaway. Okay, so hold on. We give away this BLUETTI tableware set. Okay, great. So guys, remember to also check us out on social media. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We have our, you can subscribe to our email too, and you can check us out on all the social media. Guys, stay here for the last giveaway. We give away this amazing tableware set that you will like. It will come in handy during a camping. So please type BLUETTI in the comments. I think you can start typing BLUETTI in the comments. I will take a screenshot. I want the fridge. Michael, we don't give away the fridge for today. Yeah, but we do give away it sometimes. We did give it away previously, and yeah, the fridge is fantastic. Was the tableware set so bad, Bob? It's noted. Again, I'm here to take a screenshot, but I'm not looking at the computer. This is why I pressed the wrong keys. So I'm gonna be looking at the keyboard though, Command Shift and 3, but I'm not gonna be looking at the comments, so I'm completely not biased, and not giving the mini fridge to Bob. At least intentionally, okay? Bob, you're very lucky too. You know that. Last time someone told you after you won like 2 giveaways, was that the case? Told you go buy a lottery ticket right now. Did you buy a lottery ticket? Did you win maybe $1 million or something? Okay. Anyway, let's and Bob, let me know how it went last time. But look, okay, I'm here. I'm ready to take a screenshot. Are we ready? Let's go, guys. I'll give you a 10-second countdown. YouTube first, and then Facebook. Oh, I did not. Okay, next time, Bob. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. The winner is Mr. Wonderful GJ, and you guys know, and you will see that in the replay, I did not look at the comments, but this is karma to Mr. Wonderful GJ for his or her kind words to our team, right? Congratulations, Mr. Wonderful GJ. Okay. Almost like a DJ, but it's a GJ though. Okay, now Facebook. Now Facebook, guys. Facebook. 12 people on Facebook. Also, guys, if you're on Facebook, don't forget to give us a like love even. We have love here, like. You can and press the like here, or however it works on Facebook. Okay, ready to take a screenshot, guys? Okay, for Facebook, 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. A screenshot is taken. The winner is LaRonda Parks. LaRonda Parks. Congratulations, LaRonda Parks. So, dear giveaway winners, please email us at livestream@bluetti.com. Send us your shipping address and your phone number. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't pressed the like button, please do. Thank you a lot. It helps us a lot. And next live stream is this Tuesday, 28th, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Check us out on social media and just go play with our website, BLUETTIpower.com. You will find a lot of amazing stuff there. We have new products coming, we have huge discounts, and the discount codes expire now, but come again next time on this Tuesday, 28th, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. From 7 to 9 p.m., discount codes are going to be valid. Was, as always, pleasure to spend those two hours with you, and have a great night. Take